Hey, JB here. Welcome to the community. It has been a little while, but I'm glad you're here. We're back doing our Silent Sunday series. This is where I take a quote and we talk a little bit about it and reflect on it, meditate, and really spend some time in silence, which is a great thing in the world today. I mean, we need some good positive energy, right? And that's what this channel is about. As always, if you don't mind subbing, we do some tech reviews and all kinds of stuff. We just have fun here. And it's really about the good energy. Really, that's what it's about. So love to hear your comments below on this quote, but we're going to get into it. I got Khalil Gibran, the author of The Prophet, one of my favorite quotes of his. I love this quote. I'm going to read it to you, and then we can discuss it a little bit. It is this. It's on work. When you work, you are a flute through whose heart the whispering of the hours turns to music. To love life through labor is to be intimate with life's inmost secret. All work is empty save when there is love, for work is love made visible. I absolutely love this quote. In fact, the end of it, for work is love made visible, really brings a lot of good energy into my life. It just brings energy into the things that I do. And if you think about it, what Khalil's telling us is that, we live a life that if we don't enjoy our work, if we don't get into our work, all of a sudden it becomes this challenging thing. I mean, let's talk about that term called work, right? Let's think about it. Work. As soon as you hear it, there's a negative connotation to it. It's like, I got to work today. At least where I grew up. I mean, I grew up in a blue-collar family. My mother and stepfather, who I lived with, both worked in factories, worked up through management, but were in that kind of that same factory job the majority of their life. So I grew up in, Monday through Friday, it's work. It's not the exciting thing that we want to do. And as I've been able to build and be more creative with MorningCoach and write books and now be able to develop really an internet presence and a coaching practice, I've really found that this is so true that even work as it becomes work, like YouTube, like doing this video, editing this video, it's actually work. It's not something that I really enjoy. But when I sit down and change this and go, work is love made visible, and I really think about what Khalil's telling us here, it changes my whole outlook on the way that I approach it. And again, it's more creative in the things that I do. I get it. If I was at Hamet where my mom worked building aerospace parts and maybe doing the same thing every day, it would be challenging for me to find that love in it. But I got to tell you, there's a lot of people that do. I don't know if you know me that well, but I have a few residences in Colombia, South America. And the reason I love South America is there's a lot of people that just love life. You got a taxi driver that loves being a taxi driver, isn't complaining about it, is making work a love made visible. There are a lot of restaurants that they just love to make you food. And you can tell the difference when somebody makes something with love or somebody treats you with love. So it's a great lesson. I know it can be very challenging depending on what you do day in and day out to really bring this idea of work as love made visible. But I read this years ago in The Prophet, and it really did get me thinking differently about work and the way I approach it. And even when it comes to editing videos, if I go to edit this video, thinking about that, just change it. It's like, love this, find the love in it. And that attitude really can make a difference in the way that you approach work and the way that you do it. So let's just read it one more time. And I love this. It says, when you work, you are a flute through whose heart the whispering of the hours turns to music. That alone is just beautiful. To love life through labor is to be intimate with life's inmost secret. All work is empty, save when there is love, for work is love made visible. And I just think that's a very powerful thing to ponder on this Sunday and to think in your heart, am I making my work love made visible? Or do I even want to work, right? There's a lot of people right now that are like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to work. And I think, as I teach intelligent life design and we work on building, the lifestyle that you want and doing it 18 years, I have people that have become very successful and, don't really need money anymore, don't need to work. But that lack of work is a challenge. I mean, we all know people, like specifically in my area, that come from factories, right? That they quit working because they're 65 years old, and the next 2 years they're gone because they aren't getting that fulfillment from work. So A lot of things is about in life are perception and awareness and feeling the way things are in your life. Now, I get it if you're doing something you don't want to do, and everything gets that way. I mean, it's like making chocolate. If you make chocolate, eventually you don't want to eat it anymore, right? It's like, chocolate again? I don't want it anymore. So everything gets old. I get it. But I think that's where we've got to step back once in a while and change our perception. I think about somebody when they first get a job. I've had many jobs in my life, and I always get excited when I get the first one, right? It's like, first day, it's like, I'm there, I'm ready, let's go. And then, a year later, I'm like, this place sucks. My boss sucks, the job sucks. And I think a lot of that has to do with perception. It's why relationships don't work. If you think about it, when people get into a relationship and they get married, it's all roses and teddy bears and chocolate and kisses. And then people start to see the other person doesn't leave the cap on the toothpaste, or maybe they don't take the garbage out, or they leave their underwear on the floor, and all these things start to build up, and you start to see the negative in the other person instead of the positive, and it ruins the relationship. What you started off with this beautiful thing turned into this ugly, nasty thing, and people get a divorce. Same thing with work, right? It's the same thing. Most people start doing something, they're excited about it, and as they get into it, then it starts to take over and their perception changes. Where if they held this idea that work is love made visible, I think they would be a little bit more solid in the way they did things, and they would get through it better. Comparatively, if you got a job and you're doing it, you're excited to go, and then it kind of turns into the mundane, and then you lose this focus on it, and it just starts to suck. And like Khalil says here, it's an intimate, it's one of life's most inmost secrets, because you start to understand that labor is where the love comes from. And if you do things like I teach intelligent life design, and you understand residual and passive, and you start to find new ways to generate income, you can change from those things and find more things that you want to do. But the truth is, in whatever you do, you're always going to have to work. And even when you get to that point where you have so much money, if you just stop working, you lose the fulfillment too. You lose that innermost secret of love. And I think even if you don't have to do something, doing something, creating, bringing your energy to the world really makes a difference. All right? So work is love made visible. Really good one today. Khalil Gibran. We're going to work on doing more Silent Sundays. If you like this, please hit the thumbs up. And if you want more of this content from me, we'll get back on track and start doing these, because I enjoy doing them. And I think the world needs more positive energy out there, and just something we can meditate on. And this is definitely something that makes you think. So go have a fantastic day. Until the next video here on the Morning Coach community, thank you for being a part of it. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Hey, thank you for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe right here. And you want to watch another video? We got a lot of different things going on. We have a lot of fun, probably a review video. Who knows what it is, but it's right here. Click there and you can watch the next one. Thanks for being you.